and protect yourself, because the enemy ain't gonna never stop lurking. God is the real him. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We'll see you next time, twin.
So somebody sent me this video today, and they wanted to know my personal thoughts on this video. And this man basically is popping off. He is going over the 5 things that basically, this is how the devil is going to attack you. This is how the devil is going to tempt you. So we're going to see what this man has to say, Mr. Mo. But before we get into this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notifications and all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Pick up your cross and protect yourself, because the enemy ain't gonna never stop lurking. The first thing he attacks is our faith. I'm finna give you 5 ways that the enemy gonna come at you. 1, fear. The same thing you said you were gonna do but ain't did it yet is because the enemy got you in a chokehold, twin. But look though, Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous, do not be terrified of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. 2, anger. Not letting these people get you out of character, which provokes you to make rash and spontaneous decisions. But God said, Proverbs 14:29. Whoever is patient has great understanding, but the one who is quick-tempered displays folly. 3, immaturity. That mindset need to be trained and the bad habits gotta go. 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I talked like a child, thought like a child, reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the childhood ways behind me. 4, tiredness. Yeah, sometimes things get old, but don't let that change your drive. Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap that harvest if we do not give up. 5, hurt. Life be lifing, twin, and that hurts everybody. Don't get sidetracked by the things you can't control. 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. God is the real him, for real. By the way, your cross is your Bible. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I'll see you next time, twin.
I'll give it to him. This was actually a good message. But I want you to also understand here that whether it's hurt, being tired, immaturity, anger, fear, all that is displayed on yourself. Now, what I will say here is that, and I can give a reaction and display, breakdown on this without trying to come at him just because he's a Christian, right? I'm omniscient, so I'm able to dissect certain things and concepts and giving you basically how you can interpret it or how you can take what you need from this without all the religious and all the smoke and mirrors, right? This is a great message. Even for the Christians, if you're a non-believer, if you're spiritual, whatever the case is, because these 5 things do hinder you in life. These 5 things do, basically they hold you back character-wise. They hold you back from opportunities. They hold you back in relationships. Fear, immaturity, being tired, quick to anger, all of these different things do hinder you as a person. And if you learn to control these things and you learn to manage these things, you can become the best potential of yourself. But it has nothing to do with the devil. All right. I would interpret in this context the enemy as the person within yourself, your lower self, that basically has this continuous habit of always going back to your old habits, right? And this is when you have to reprogram your subconscious mind. And so this is when you have to do what is called shadow work. You have to go into your subconscious mind and you have to reprogram it. It's not enough for the conscious mind to understand. You can tell yourself all these different things and you can read as many books as you can. And to a certain point, reading the books and programming your mind consciously will then reprogram it to the subconscious mind. But that's what you basically have to do, is that you have to reprogram and basically give a whole new programming, a whole new hardwire to your subconscious mind. And so all the 5 things that this man listed is what you are hindering from your life. Don't think it's just somebody externally outside of you. Don't think it's the world and life is just this way and that way. Whether it's hurt, immaturity, being tired, being quick to anger and fear, all this comes back down to you. When it comes to life in itself, it's not about life. You can't control most of the situations in your life. But what you can control is how you respond to it and how you react to it. So when it comes to fear, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Fear is, I've heard, and I'm going to paraphrase this definition. Fear is basically you having this emotion about something that don't exist. You have a fear of whatever the future, for an example, right? But you fear something that's not even existent. You fear that you may never reach to your level. You fear you may never get that job, or you may never get to that career goal. But the thing is that when it comes to your career goals and life itself, you have option A, what if it does happen, and option B, what if it don't happen? And you focus more on option B than on option A. Your black ass need to focus on option A. You need to focus on what if it does work. You need to focus on what will happen when it works, not if it can or if it can't work. There are no if, ands, or buts. It's either you are or you aren't. And people, they focus so much on doubting themselves. A lot of people have been taught to have such low self-esteem for themselves that they don't even see themselves as him or her, as the person, X factor within their own personal life. You have to understand you are the redeemer of your life. There is nobody coming to save you. There's nobody outside of you that is coming to save you. You are the redeemer of your own personal life. And it takes consistency and discipline for you to manage your life. You're not going to get it overnight. You may not even get it within a week, maybe not even 2 weeks, but it takes consistency. It takes for you to build a pattern, for you to learn, for you to develop, for you to evolve, for you to grow, to become the person that you want to be. As long as you strive day by day by day by day by day, happen within the first 10 days, 20 days. But I guarantee you, within the next 90 days, if you strive each and every day for 90 days, I guarantee you're going to see a change. Psychologically, it takes somewhere between 7 to 14 days to get rid of a bad habit. But if you've been doing this bad habit for years and years, it may not take 7 to 14 days. Sometimes it might take 21. Sometimes it might take 30. Sometimes it might take 60, 90. But between 14 to 90 days, you can get rid of a bad habit and also wire a new habit, a good habit. So when dealing with fear, also dealing with anger, you can also manage how you deal with other people, how you speak to people, your composure, your body language, your face expressions. Because a lot of us black people, when somebody tells us something we don't like, sometimes we can't control how we can't control it. Sometimes somebody just says something, they say something to us very bogus, and we may not say nothing, but it's like women have a ball with it. You might be telling a woman how you're feeling emotionally, she rolling her eyes and everything like that. At that point, you don't even want to express anything else. You feel what I'm saying? This goes for the women as well. You need to control your anger. You need to control your temper. You need to control how you react and how you respond, and your body language and your facial expressions. Because if you're in a relationship with a man and he's trying to be authentic with you, and you keep cutting him off, you keep turning his words around, you keep bringing up the past, well, you are just basically teaching him how to never open up to you, ever. And so you get years and years into a relationship and you wondering why your man won't ever express his emotions to you. It's because you have taught him to be quiet. You have taught him that he can't trust you with his most authentic self. Moving on to other things and other matters, when it comes to you as a man and you are trying to control your anger, sometimes a woman won't even be, they won't even feel safe to have a disagreement with you. They won't even feel safe to give you some guidance, because you always take things out of proportion. You always want to blame her for your faults. You always want to blame her for this, that, and the third. You always want to try and push it back on her and be like, oh, you just don't believe in me. You just don't want to see me do this. You don't want to see me win. And maybe she does want to see you win. Maybe you just need to get your head in the game and look in the rear view mirror, Negroid. You feel me? So sometimes for us men, breathe. Don't take everything so serious. Don't take everything so personal. A lot of us men, we take things personally because a lot of us, we walk in this world with our chest out. So anytime that somebody has a disagreement with us, anytime that somebody talks about us directly, we take it to heart. We take it to heart. We feel like somebody just trying to attack us and come at us and target us. Instead of us genuinely taking constructive criticism, instead of us reflecting on ourselves and improving on ourselves. I'm not speaking for everybody, but if this applies to you, it applies. And if it don't, let it fly. But for you as a man, you need to learn how to control yourself. I heard a wise man say, if you allow somebody to make you angry and to make you emotional and for you to emotionally react, that person has become your master. You have to learn how to control your emotions. You have to learn how to control your anger. You cannot let anybody just get under your skin so easily. You need to learn, and that doesn't mean don't be assertive. That doesn't mean take disrespect. That doesn't mean to just let people walk over you or talk to you any type of way. But you need to learn how to control yourself. You need to learn how to control your emotions, how to control your behavior. Because I guarantee you, as soon as they try to get under your skin and you just ain't going for it, it's going to get them more mad than them trying to make you mad. And so these are just schemes that you just really have to watch out and really just look for when it comes to these type of situations. When it comes to immaturity, a lot of us, we could be immature. We want to be petty. We want to be shady. Or an eye. Oh, you want to go low? I'm going to go lower. Women, we already know. We don't even have to go through how women are petty and immature. All right? They have a hard enough time just looking at the word accountability, much less taking accountability, that as soon as they hear the word accountability, there's just a disruption in their spirit. But for us men, when it comes to immaturity, that's something that you need to work on as well. For if it applies to you, that's something that you definitely can work on in terms of how you approach women, how you talk with women. When it comes to disagreements with your homies or with somebody that you don't know or with a stranger. And people be in my comment sections, we talking about grown men, grown ass men in my comment section writing essays and also just little things here and there ad hominems, being disrespectful, trying to downplay my manhood, all these different things. That shows a great level of immaturity, and it shows your lack of manhood, because you should be able to, as a man, you should be able to have dialogue for you to express yourself without ad hominems. If you disagree with somebody, you should be able to express yourself with such intellect, with such maturity, with such wisdom, that the person that you disagree with can also respect your perspective as well. But for whatever reason, a lot of grown men on social media likes to show their ass. What Kendrick Lamar say? When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe I see two bad bitches. That's what I see sometimes in the comment section. I see a lot of men out here who proclaim to be men and out here walking like sexy reds. It just is what it is. There should be no reason for you as a man to go on another man's page and try to tear him down just because y'all disagree on a perspective. Does that make any type of sense to you whatsoever? You as a grown man, don't know the man, never met the man, and you have the audacity to make yourself look a fool in somebody else's comment section because you have a disagreement. It don't make no type of sense. When it comes to the other things that he also listed as well, concerning being hurt, being tired, these can easily be changed by just having a different schedule for yourself, a different routine, a ritual that you have to create, to where you have to give yourself time and also manage your time as well. When it comes to you being tired, manage your sleep, manage your rest, manage you giving yourself grace for all the different things that you're going through in life, and also improving day by day in life. Some of us, we burn out so much because we put too much stuff on our plate. Settle down, Negroid. How about you just look around for a chance, for a change. Look around and just give yourself grace. Understand that where you are now isn't where you used to be. You may not be where you want to be, but thank goodness that you're not where you used to be. You need to understand that life is going to be life. That you need to understand how to go with the flow and understand that whatever is thrown at you and whatever you go through, you should never take it so personally. And you need to learn to understand that you are in control of everything that goes on in your life in terms of how you respond to it and what you're going to do about it individually to exceed and to have it be a stepping stone in your life. There is no obstacle in your way that will hinder you from being the person that you want to be unless you give it that power. Tired, find a way around that. Don't have the excuse of I'm tired, I can't do this, I don't have the energy for that. Find the time to manage your time and your rest so that you can have the energy. Sometimes you got to do it tired. Some of y'all don't like going to work. Some of y'all go to work tired. You wake up, you push yourself to go to work, but you won't push yourself to go to the gym as well. How'd that work? You care more about going to work that you don't love going. You care more about going to work. And you may say, I don't care about this job, I don't care about this. Well, you care enough to get yourself out of bed and go to work, whether it's doing a 9 to 5 or a 4 to 12 or 10 to 8, whatever the case is. You care enough to get your butt out of bed and push yourself. You could be contemplating life as you're driving. I don't even know why I'm going to this job. I shouldn't be going here in the first place. But you push yourself. You have the discipline enough every day to go to work, but you don't have the discipline to work out. You don't even have to work out for too long. Work out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. You have the discipline to allow yourself to eat every day, but you won't manage how you eat. How does that work? You don't gotta be a vegan. You don't have to be a vegetarian, but you can learn how to portion your food. It don't take there's no excuse for you at your grown age to be like, I don't know how to do this or that. You have YouTube. You have AI. You can literally ask AI anything. You can ask AI to give you a routine on a calorie deficit and how to lose weight and how to manage your time. It will give you a schedule. If you don't even know, I don't know how to schedule or how to do my time, ask AI. AI will give you a grid, a whole schedule on how to manage your life, your time, your rest, all these different things. All you got to do is do the work. That's what, and this is what I was bringing everything back to. Everything comes back to you. Even when being hurt, you can't be a victim day, Negroid. You can't be a victim every day. How long are you going to keep telling yourself this sob story about how you can't find love because that one girl 10 years ago that broke your heart? I journal. This is my first time actually telling people on social media, but I journal. I had to journal because I've been through some things, all right? In years to come, y'all would know. But I've been through some things and I had to journal because there were things that I was going through that I really couldn't express to anybody. And I really felt like I was sheltered in. And even when I was making videos, when I was going through certain things, sometimes I would be bleeding out. I couldn't help it. Things would just bleed out, and things I would just say, and that's how I was feeling emotionally in certain podcast episodes. And I'll put all those different things together in later times. But those who recognize real, if y'all know, y'all know. If you don't, oh well. But when it comes to these type of situations, these type of things, you have to learn how to manage your hurt. You can't be a wounded wolf for the rest of your life. You can't act like you all big and bad, you all nonchalant and everything like that, and you're running off the good women. You're running off the women that are supposed to be for you, that you desire. But then when the woman that you desire, the woman that has all the right traits, the woman that you can find yourself to be in a relationship with and build a family with, all of a sudden you feel like you're not good enough. Where the hell did that come from? This is a woman that's willing to build with you. A woman that's willing to build and grow with you. A woman that's willing to look at you and think that you're the best thing in the world, even through your faults, even through your flaws. And you over here, now I gotta get my bread up. I gotta work a little harder on myself. When she's willing to heal you. She's willing to heal you. You never heard a woman, and I'm not condoning a woman build a bear. Being that the person to build a bear. I'm not condoning women to just put themselves in messed up situations. But there are women out here who have also been hurt and have healed themselves and are healing themselves, and they don't mind healing with you as they are healing themselves as well. That takes a certain level of maturity. But you can't keep telling yourself time and time again that I'm never going to find that right person. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. All women are like this. All women are like that. And I'm only coming at the men because we've always talked about it comes to the women. You hear it all the time. All right. The same thing applies to the women. You can't keep telling yourself that all men ain't shit and men are trash and this, that, and the third, and you keep entertaining trashy men. Be trashy, but you still gonna keep going for them because what? The dick too bomb? What is it? You getting food here and there, you're getting attention, and you have one guy that always wants to treat you right, that always know how to talk to you right, that always be giving you good advice, and yet you keep ignoring him, disregarding him. He want to do certain things for you, and then you don't even appreciate it. But you keep running after the man who barely giving you the time of day. How the hell does that work? You cut off the man that was there for you and could be there for you and would actually make time for you, than the person who ain't even thinking twice about you. That don't even make sense. But I digress. When it comes to hurt, you need to learn how to deal with your hurt, because men and people in general will have a way of projecting their hurt to the world. And this is where you see a lot in these podcasts, a lot of these podcast shows, and how they diminish and minimize women and their value, because that's how they truly feel about themselves. They basically are reflecting that to the world. And so you as a man need to learn how to manage your hurt. You need to heal. Some people be like, well, you just gotta push through. No, you need to heal. You need to heal. There is a process to where you can heal. The feeling may never go. The thought may never go. The memories may never go. But how you manage it, how you can utilize it, all that can change. Once you apply alchemy to your hurt, you can turn that hurt and that trauma into power. You can, but you need to learn how to open yourself up for that instead of you holding on to hurt, because a lot of people love to identify with hurt. A lot of people have made identities and personas from their hurt. So you'll see these women out here who have made pages and platforms off of their hurt. You have seen men who have made podcasts and shirts off of their hurt. A lot of people don't know how to identify or see themselves because they have identified themselves with their hurt so much, they don't even know who they are without that. Because ever since then, right? Ever since that woman broke my heart, I've been like this. I've been nonchalant. I've been in the gym. I've been doing this. Ever since that man broke my heart, I've been all... And a lot of people have made these personas from their hurt. And where does it get them? Nowhere. So they're going to keep getting hurt. They're going to keep getting upset. They're going to keep getting stressed out. Because they have never truly dealt with the person in the mirror. And that's what it's all about. It's not about this devil who is putting things in your way and putting all these different obstacles in your way. It's not about this imaginary demon, this imaginary figure with a pitchfork that's looking out to ruin your life. All right? Stop being spooked. This all has to do with you, and you. And with that being said, if you want to know more about these type of topics, I have this video right here, so you don't want to miss that one. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this with a friend or three. Till next time, we out.